Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode. I am so glad you are here today. Really, I mean it. Your presence here shows something important. It shows that you want to grow. You want to improve your English. And that is amazing. You know what? That made my day. Seriously. Knowing that you chose to spend your time here learning and growing, that is beautiful. Today we are going to talk about something very special. We are going to talk about feelings and emotions in English. Now I know what you might be thinking. Feelings? That sounds simple, right? We all know how to say, I am happy or I am sad. But here is the thing. Life is not simple. Your feelings are not simple. And your English should not be simple either. Think about it. When something wonderful happens in your life, do you just feel happy? No. You feel thrilled. You feel over the moon. You feel like you are on top of the world. And when you can express these feelings in English, something magical happens. You connect with people. You share your real self. You become more confident. That is what we are going to do today. We are going to learn how to express your feelings in a natural way, in a powerful way, in a way that will make people listen to you and understand you. And the best part? It is not difficult. You just need to learn some new words and phrases. And I promise you, by the end of this podcast, you will feel more confident. You will feel ready to express yourself better. So let me ask you something. How do you feel right now? Maybe you feel a little anxious because you are learning. Maybe you feel excited. Maybe you feel curious. All of these feelings are good. They show that you are alive. They show that you care. And today, we are going to give you the words to express all of them. Let me start with a story. A few years ago, I was learning a new language. I remember feeling so frustrated. I knew what I wanted to say in my mind, but I could not say it. The words were not there. I felt disappointed in myself. I felt down. Some days, I even felt like giving up. But then I learned something important. I learned that feelings are universal. Everyone feels them. But the words to express them, those words are powerful. When I learned the right words, everything changed. I could finally say what I felt. I could connect with people. I could be myself. And that is exactly what I want for you today. I want you to feel that power. I want you to learn these words and phrases so you can express yourself freely. So you can connect with English speakers around the world. So you can be confident in any conversation. Let us start with happiness. Happiness is a beautiful feeling, right? But here is the secret. There are so many ways to express happiness in English. And each way shows a different level or type of happiness. When you learn these different ways, you can paint a picture. With your words, you can make people feel what you feel. Imagine this. You just got a new job, the job you always wanted. How do you feel? You do not just feel happy. No. You feel thrilled. You are so excited that you want to jump and dance. You feel over the moon. You feel on top of the world. Can you see the difference? These phrases are strong. They are powerful. They show real emotion. Or maybe something small happened. A friend sent you a nice message. A stranger smiled at you on the street. The sun came out after many rainy days. These small things can make you feel glad. And you know what? You can tell someone, "That made my day." Such a simple phrase, but so powerful. It shows gratitude. It shows that you notice the good things in life. Here is something I want you to remember. When you use these words and phrases, you are not just speaking English. You are living English. You are showing people who you really are. And that is beautiful. That is powerful. Now, let us talk about sadness. I know, sadness is not fun to talk about. But here is the truth. Sadness is part of life. We all feel it. And when you are learning English, you need to be able to express it too. Because sometimes you will have a bad day. Sometimes things will not go the way you planned. And you need the words to express that. Maybe you feel disappointed because something did not work out. Maybe you feel down because you are having a hard time with your studies or your work. Maybe you just feel off today and you do not even know why. All of these feelings are okay. They are normal. And now you have the words to express them. Let me tell you something important. When you can express your sadness in English, it helps you. It really does. When you can say, "I am having a hard time," or "I feel down in the dumps," you are not holding those feelings inside. You are sharing them. And sharing helps. It connects you with other people who understand. It makes you feel less alone. I remember a time when I was learning English and I felt so frustrated. I was trying to explain something important, but I could not find the words. I felt upset with myself. I felt like I was failing. But then I learned to say, "I am frustrated." I learned to say, "This is hard for me." And you know what? People understood. They helped me. They supported me. Because I could express my feelings. So do not be afraid of sadness. Do not hide it. Learn the words to express it. Because when you can express all your feelings, the good and the bad, that is when you become a real English speaker. That is when you become confident. Now let us talk about anger. Oh, anger. We all feel it sometimes, right? Maybe someone is late and you feel annoyed. Maybe you are trying to do something and it is not working, and you feel frustrated. Maybe something really bad happened and you feel furious. All of these feelings are normal. But here is what I want you to understand. When you learn to express anger in English, you learn control. You learn to choose your words carefully. Because anger has many levels. Small anger is different from big anger. And in English, we have different words for each level. If something small bothers you, you can say, "I am a bit annoyed." If something really makes you angry, you can say, "I am fed up," or "That really gets on my nerves." And if something makes you very, very angry, You can say, I am furious, or I am losing my temper. See the difference? Each phrase shows a different level of anger. This is so important because when you can express the right level of anger, people understand you better. They take you seriously. And you feel better too, because you are not holding that anger inside. You are expressing it in the right way. Let me tell you about fear and worry. These feelings can be difficult. Sometimes we feel anxious about an exam or a job interview. Sometimes we feel uneasy in a new place. Sometimes we feel tense because we have a lot of stress. All of these feelings are uncomfortable, but they are part of life. And in English, we have beautiful phrases to express them. You can say, I am on edge when you feel nervous and worried. You can say, I have butterflies in my stomach when you feel excited, but also a little scared. These phrases are so natural. Native speakers use them all the time. And when you use them, you sound natural too. You sound confident. Here is something powerful I want to share with you. When you learn these phrases, you are not just learning words. You are learning to understand yourself better. Because when you can name your feelings, you can understand them, you can manage them, you can grow from them. Think about it. When you feel anxious, and you can say, I feel anxious, that is the first step to feeling better. When you feel tense, and you can say, I feel tense, you can then find ways to relax. The words give you power. The words give you control. Let us talk about surprise now. Surprise is a fun feeling. It can be good or bad, but it is always interesting. Maybe you hear some amazing news and you feel stunned. Maybe someone does something wonderful for you and you feel speechless. Maybe you learn something incredible and you can say, that blew my mind. These phrases are so expressive. They show your personality. They show your excitement. And when you use them, people smile. People connect with you. Because surprise is a universal feeling. We all love to be surprised by good things. I remember when I first learned the phrase, I did not see that coming. I used it in a conversation, and the person I was talking to laughed and said, exactly! It felt so good. It felt like I was really speaking English. Not translating, not thinking too much, just speaking naturally. And that is what I want for you. Now, let me talk about tiredness. This is something we all feel, especially when we are working hard or studying hard. Maybe you feel exhausted after a long day. Maybe you feel drained after a difficult week. Maybe you feel burnt out because you have been doing too much for too long. These words and phrases are so useful. Because tiredness is not just one feeling. There are different types of tiredness. Physical tiredness is different from mental tiredness. And in English, we have words for each type. When you can say, I am wiped out or I am beat, people understand. They know you need rest. They know you are working hard. And that is important. Because taking care of yourself is important. And expressing your tiredness is part of taking care of yourself. Here is what I want you to know. Learning to express your feelings in English is not just about language. It is about life. It is about connection. It is about being yourself in another language. And that is powerful. That is life-changing. Think about all the conversations you will have in English. With friends, with colleagues, with new people you meet. In every conversation, feelings are there. Happiness, sadness, anger, fear, surprise, tiredness. All of them. And when you can express these feelings naturally, you become a better communicator. You become more confident. You become more you. So here is my challenge for you. Today, right now, think about how you feel. Do you feel glad that you are learning? Do you feel thrilled about your progress? Do you feel a bit anxious about speaking? Do you feel determined to improve? Whatever you feel, try to express it using the words and phrases we learned today. Say it out loud. Write it down. Use it in a conversation. Because practice is everything. The more you use these words, the more natural they become. And soon, you will not even think about it. You will just express yourself naturally in English. I want to tell you something from my heart. I am so pleased that you are here. I am so glad that you are taking this journey to improve your English. It is not always easy. Some days you might feel frustrated. Some days you might feel down. But keep going. Because every word you learn, every phrase you practice, every mistake you make, they all help you grow. You are not just learning a language, you are building confidence. You are opening doors to new opportunities. You are connecting with millions of people around the world. And that is incredible. That is worth celebrating. Remember this. You are capable. You are strong. You are making progress every single day. Even when it does not feel like it, you are growing. Every time you listen to a podcast like this, every time you practice, every time you try to speak, you are getting better. So do not give up. Do not feel discouraged. Keep learning. Keep practicing. Keep expressing yourself. Because your voice matters. Your feelings matter. And the world needs to hear you speak in English with confidence. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for choosing to improve yourself. Thank you for being brave enough to learn and grow. I am over the moon to have you here. And I cannot wait to see how far you will go. Keep practicing these words and phrases. Use them every day. And remember, every feeling you have is valid. Every word you learn is progress. Every step you take is moving you forward. You are doing amazing. Keep going. I believe in you.